Right then, welcome back. Today we are going to do the Japanese Tour event in the Exhibition League. Five races, all on tracks in Japan, obviously, and it was alright. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's part of, I think it was the first DLC they did if you bought a certain edition, but by the by. And yeah, first event, Kanto, time attack, 3 minutes 3. Not the most difficult target in the world, but you've just got to be careful not to make mistakes. And it's all about the front end. You can cook the front tyre very, very easily, or you can just lose the front end and smash it into the barriers 5 seconds into the first lap. So normally I would quit and start again, but I wanted to carry on to see if the setup was there or thereabouts and the front tyre would be okay. So I carried on, and turns out even if you crash twice, sometimes you can still beat the target time. So one done, a bit scruffy, but don't care. Gold is gold, is done. And we move on to the next event, which is at Sakuba. Now, I had a little bit of an epiphany whilst I was waiting for the bike selection to load, and I thought, oh, I'll be clever and not use Japanese bikes on a Japanese tour, and then when I do the Italian tour I won't use Italian bikes, just to mix it up a little bit. So I thought, no worries, right, Sakuba, I need something really powerful, and I went with the Brutale 1000 series Oro, and it was way too fast. I was far, once the AI had stopped crashing into me, far too late on the brakes into this first corner, and the bike wouldn't stop. We kept running wide and we kept falling off, so we had to go and make a couple of changes to the setup, and stick a hard front tyre on, and it was okay, things were better. But now the AI wanted to take centre stage and was doing daft shit like that. What gap he was going for is beyond me, but we're off, we're in the barrier again. The setup was okay, I was quite happy with it. It's a short lap, a minute there or thereabouts, so it's going to be 5 laps of listening to this brutally scream its head off. done. I would quite like to spend a summer riding one of them about. I think it would melt your brain more often than not. And it's Italian, so it'd only work in the summer. But hey ho. So 2 down. Next up we're going to Okayama. Now this is where my plan to use non-Japanese bikes fell apart. So the KTM, it's the lowest performance points of all the 1000cc bikes, and it just sits there hardly getting used. So I thought I'd give it a go. Okayama's alright, and it very quickly became apparent that I'd brought a knife to a gunfight. So just wave bye-bye to that Fireblade as we go down the straight, because the performance difference was ridiculous, which meant I was braking later, trying to get on the gas earlier, which meant I was running wide, leaving massive big gaps for the AI to stick the nose in and cause all sorts of carnage. So yeah, I didn't throw the towel in straight away. I gave it a couple of goes, but nah, the bike just wasn't anywhere near fast enough. If you can get one of them around here on 120% and win, you're either a genius or a god, because I can't get anywhere near it. So I went again, end of lap 1, bit of a slide into the penultimate corner. So I'm trying to carry as much corner speed as I can, run a slightly wider line, and yet again he goes past me on the blade, just vanishes into the distance down the straight. I tried to get on the brakes really late into the first corner, and we run wide, which means 2, 3, 4 more bikes go past. I come back onto the track and just make an absolute mess of it. And we're down in the gravel. I was like, no, I need to go and pick a different bike. So the non-Japanese plan went out the window, because I went straight to the top of the tree and thought, yeah, I'll have a bit of ZX10 action. Didn't solve things straight away. The setup wasn't quite right. The AI was still a bit arsey. I mean, I've been off at the first corner along with 5 other people. Coming to turn 2, no front end grip, we're off again. So another attempt, front tyres not too warm, but the bikes just won't stop. I'm just missing the braking points. So 3 more go past. I stick with it. I think I can catch him up, and then I start making like really daft mistakes where I'm running wide, getting on the gas on the curbs, or I'm asking the bike to turn and accelerate or brake too much and I'm losing the front. Then we start getting on the curbs and it just turns into a mess for 4 or 5 attempts. Yeah, the last 3 or 4 of them were absolutely my fault, coming back onto the track, across the racing line, blah blah blah, without looking. So attempt 10, 5 laps, and I don't think we get more than half a second away from anybody. So this one's close, it's tight, it was very hard to not make a mistake. she's done. Is that 3 down? Yeah, 3 down. So, next up, I think, is another time attack at Suzuka. And I've used 3 inline 4 bikes. Okay, I did use a big V-twin, but things didn't exactly go to plan. So, I thought I don't want to use another inline 4. I want to use something a bit different. So, I had a little muck about with the GSXR, but then I was like, no, it's an inline 4, not interested. So I ended up going with the R1M, and it's lovely purple wheels, and it's a straightforward time attack in the dark at Suzuka. She's done, and we didn't fall off, which, yeah, is a rarity. But 4 down, last event, we're going to be at Sugo on the GP course, the one with a horrible chicane halfway around the last corner. And I've had no end of trouble in the past with the AI on this, especially into the first corner, and then again into, I think, turn 3 where they get on the brakes really early. So I thought I'll go for the quickest bike I can. I like the Aprilias, the engine sounds nice, they handle well, and again, sorry, turn 4 it is, the hairpin curve. The AI is so early on the brakes. I clip him, we're both all over the shop. Not good at all. Then I'm playing catch up, way too late on the brakes, lose the front, and that's the end of that one. So we go again, and what the AI is up to into turn 4, I'm not quite sure, but that was a little bit unnecessary. So we went again, and for some reason this bike, no front edge grip, none at all. As soon as I leant it right over and asked for a little bit of brake or a little bit of gas, it just folded the front every time. And it wasn't like it'd go and the pad would vibrate and then I'd be able to catch it. It just literally fell over. So we finally get an attempt where we have a bit of a ding dong with the AI. It's a nice track, it's a quick bike, so again I've left the full race on. Enjoy. that's it, done. All 5 done, 5 golds, event complete. Bit chewy in places. AI are very keen. We're still on that 120%, which I'm getting more comfortable with, but it's not easy. It's certainly a challenge. But that's another one down, and we're getting closer and closer to that big 8-hour endurance race. So thank you for watching, I really appreciate it. Leave me a like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Stay safe, peace.